I am 100 years old, a full century of breathing, walking, and watching the world change. And without fail, every single week someone half my age approaches me with desperate eyes and asks the exact same question. Rose, what is your secret? They lean in close. They expect me to whisper the name of some mystical herb discovered in a remote jungle, or some ridiculously expensive anti-aging supplement that only the elite can afford. But the truth is entirely different, and frankly, it is going to upset you. The truth goes against everything the modern diet industry has been aggressively selling you for the last 50 years. I am still standing here, sharp as a tack and strong in my bones because of 7 specific foods. Not magic, not a genetic lottery, just 7 simple, unglamorous things I have eaten almost every single day for decades. And the very last one on my list? It is the exact food most of you actively avoid because a man in a white coat on television told you it would kill you. Well, they were wrong, and it saved my life. Before I tell you what they are, let's do a brutal reality check. Walk into your kitchen, open your pantry and your refrigerator. Count how many items you see that come in a bright, crinkly plastic wrapper. Count how many boxes have the words low-fat, sugar-free, or heart-healthy plastered on the front, yet contain a massive paragraph of chemical ingredients you cannot even pronounce. Keep counting. If you found more than 3 of those items, you need to listen to me very carefully. You are not feeding your body. You are slowly embalming yourself while you are still alive. You are trading your vitality for the illusion of convenience. Number 1, raw garlic. I do not mean garlic powder from a plastic shaker. I mean raw, pungent garlic. I crush a clove every morning, let it sit, and swallow it with water. Does it burn my throat? Yes. Does it make my breath harsh? Absolutely. Do I care? Not even a fraction of a %. I am 100 years old. I am entirely done trying to impress anyone with sweet breath. Garlic is nature's most ruthless antibiotic. It cleans the blood and fortifies the immune system. While everyone else spends their winters lined up at the pharmacy coughing their lungs out, I am perfectly fine. Number 2, beans. Black beans, pinto beans, lentils, chickpeas. When you grow up without the luxury of having meat at every single meal, you learn the value of a humble bean. The modern fitness world thinks you need to eat a steak the size of a hubcap to maintain muscle. Utter nonsense. Beans are the true medicine of the working class. They give you the stamina and the stable blood sugar that meat promises but often fails to deliver. Without the heavy, sluggish inflammation, they keep you grounded and strong. Number 3, dark, bitter greens, collards, kale, spinach. I know what you're thinking. They taste bitter. They aren't fun to eat. Grow up. Food is not always meant to be entertainment. It is fuel. You do not have to enjoy the taste of bitter greens. You just have to swallow them. Think of them as a stiff, uncompromising broom for your internal organs. They sweep out the garbage and the toxins you accumulate. If I go 2 days without dark greens, my mind fogs up and my joints stiffen. At 100, my eyes are sharp and my skin still has life. Because I do not negotiate with my greens. Number 4, fermented foods, sauerkraut, kefir, kimchi. Decades ago, we didn't use fancy marketable words like probiotics or microbiome. We just called it preserving our food so it wouldn't spoil. But in doing so, we were feeding the microscopic army in our guts. Your stomach is a garden. Right now, by eating processed sugar and refined flour, most of you are aggressively fertilizing the weeds. A simple forkful of raw sauerkraut with your dinner is why my digestion runs like absolute clockwork. Stop buying pills and start eating real fermented foods. Number 5, olive oil. This is where the world went completely mad. For decades, the television told you that fat was the ultimate enemy. They told you it would clog your arteries and send you to an early grave. So what did you do? You listened. You switched to that industrialized machine lubricant. They call margarine and vegetable oil. And look what happened to the population. Everyone got sicker, heavier, and weaker. I ignored the trends. I stuck to olive oil. I drizzle it. I cook with it. It reduces inflammation and coats your brain. I remember names and conversations from 70 years ago because my brain was never starved of healthy fats. Number 6, whole eggs. This one makes my blood boil. The medical industry convinced an entire generation that eggs were dangerous, that the cholesterol would stop your heart. Millions of people threw away the yolks and started eating sad, tasteless egg whites or sugary cereals. It was a spectacular lie. I have eaten thousands of eggs in my lifetime, fried in olive oil, yolk and all. My cholesterol is pristine. The yolk contains the exact nutrients your brain and nervous system are desperately begging for. Stop throwing away the most nutritious part of the food. Number 7, the absolute most important one on this list, bone broth. And I do not mean that overpriced, heavily processed collagen powder sold in a sleek plastic tub. I mean real bones boiled in a pot of water for hours until they give up their essence. We used to waste nothing. That broth is liquid armor. People today throw the bones in the garbage and then sit around wondering why their joints are deteriorating, why their knees click when they walk, and why their skin is sagging prematurely. Your body cannot rebuild its framework out of thin air. It needs collagen, minerals, and amino acids. I am 100 years old. I do not have arthritis. My knees do not ache when it rains. I drink bone broth every single week. I know this sounds harsh. I know it feels overwhelming to realize that so much of what you've been taught about food was designed to profit off your sickness. I see you struggling. I see the chronic pain, the exhaustion, the brain fog that you simply accept as a normal part of getting older. It breaks my heart. It truly does. Because it doesn't have to be this way. You are not just getting older. You are starving. You are starving for the raw, real, potent nutrients that kept our ancestors alive through freezing winters and brutal labor. I want you to feel strong again. I want you to wake up without pain. I want you to have the energy to play with your grandchildren and build the life you deserve. You do not need a fortune to eat this way. Garlic, beans, eggs, bones, these are the foods of the humble. You just need discipline. You need to respect your own life enough to stop treating your stomach like a trash can. My race is almost over. My clock is ticking its final beats. But yours is just starting to tick. Don't let anyone talk you out of your destiny. I won't be here forever to remind you of these things. Subscribe to this channel, not for the empty numbers where I'm going I won't need them, but for yourself. Consider it a weekly talk with an old harsh woman who wants your victory far more than she wants your comfort. Now go to your kitchen, throw out the poison, and eat some real food. Take care of yourself.